Now, it's time for this.
The world of woke.
Now, it's known as the City of Love, and it is the must-see destination for anyone who wants to consider themselves cultured and well-read. Well, now it's going to be known for something else, and I don't just mean violent protests between the police and the farmers. In a shock decision, the French capital has voted to charge car drivers ludicrously inflated amounts of euros for the pleasure of parking on their streets. And now it's going to cost €225 to park a large car or an SUV for 6 hours on a Paris street, even though a tiny minority of eco-zealots actually voted for it. A referendum was held on Sunday. Only 6% of the 1.3 potential voters actually bothered to turn out for the ballot, but 55% of them wanted the new extortionate parking charges to kick in, so now it's going to happen. As you might expect, London's Mayor Sadiq Khan has applauded the move, which is the brainchild of French socialist Mayor Anne Hidalgo. Charges will start at €18 for the first hour, rising rapidly over the next 6 hours. But would he allow it here? Probably not, because Mr. Khan himself drives a 4x4 car, or somebody else drives it for him. The idea, of course, is to punish the large 4x4s and other private vehicles that are deemed to be the worst offenders for polluting and crowding the city streets, many of which are old and narrow. But even electric cars don't escape the new green socialism. Hybrid and plug-in hybrid vehicles are included in the new charges, as are all electric cars that weigh over 2 tonnes. Taxis are exempt, as are health workers, tradespeople and drivers with a disability. But the main aim of the new policy is to punish people who drive big foreign cars. So there's even an element of xenophobia about it. Only 1/3 of Parisian households own a vehicle, and there is said to be widespread hostility. The narrow margin of victory was due to the opposition in the more affluent parts of the west of the city. Conservative Council opposition leader Rachida Dati, who has just been appointed as President Macron's culture minister, called the referendum a publicity stunt. And motorist groups were very much against it as well, particularly since Paris is due to host the Olympics this summer. Not a very likely place to save emissions or stop pollution. You'd think the mayor of Paris might be more concerned about the looming food crisis in the city, thanks to the demonstrations and protests of those French farmers who say their businesses are being ruined by unattainable targets on net zero and other environmental measures. Instead, Mayor Hidalgo is chasing the nonsensical dream of clean air by trying to turn everyone into cyclists, which the majority of residents don't want. Pierre Chasseret, head of the 40 million drivers lobbying group, said, "If we don't stop it now, this rebellion led by an ultra-urban and anti-car minority will spread like gangrene." Amen to that. Unfortunately, that is the world of woke.
The world
I know you
of
probably
woke.